How to deal with a negative partner in your relationship. Welcome to Dear Sybersue. I'm Susan McCord. When you live with somebody who's predominantly negative about many things in their life, it can take a really big toll on your patience. You're trying to be optimistic yourself, and they're walking around with this sort of doom and gloom attitude. There needs to be reciprocated respect for one another. But you also have to look at what's going on here. Why are they taking on this negative tone about their life? How do you deal with it as a partner? And how do you live with it? Venting to your partner once in a while is great. I mean, we all should have this because we go through life's trials and tribulations. And we don't always have that positive outlook that we really want to have. And if our partner just shuts us down and doesn't hear what we're saying sometimes, you can get more and more and more into a funk about what isn't happening for you, what's missing in your life, what's causing you to feel sad, depressed, or maybe angry. If you are constantly venting to your partner and not listening or to maybe some of the advice they're offering to you, or to look and get help from somewhere else, you're part of the problem. And it's not fair on the people that are in your living environment to have to constantly deal with pessimistic comments and pessimistic way of thinking, because it gets old pretty quick. You want to come home to somebody and feel good. You want to see them and be able to have great times together. You don't want the doom and gloom the minute you walk in the front door. So I would suggest, if your partner's going through something, get to the bottom of what it is. What has changed? Why are they all of a sudden becoming pessimistic about a lot of things in their life? If you can find what the culprit is, it's much easier to repair. While it is wonderful to be supportive of each other, it should be reciprocated, because if you're the one that's always making your partner feel good and being there for them because they're dealing with so many things in their life, it eventually will wear you down and you'll start to shut them out. You'll actually start checking out of your relationship because you don't feel that anything you say or do is helping them. If it gets to the point where there's something so deep-rooted in your partner that you can't help them with, offer to take them to counseling. Go with them for the first couple of times. Be supportive of that. If you're going through something that's really traumatic or something that's just really hurtful or sad, please share it with your partner. Don't dwell on it 24/7, because it's not fair on them if you're not helping yourself through it. If you're just complaining about it and not finding a result for it, then it's going to cause turmoil in your relationship. If your partner is dealing with this negativity, use your skills to massage the positive nature back into them by you responding positively, hearing them out, letting them vent, and then offering some suggestions to them. This can really help them at least say to themselves, okay, I'm not just being shut down here. They're actually hearing what I'm saying. And this is super supportive and it's great. But if it's starting to become an unhealthy situation because they're not changing up their behavior and you're the one putting all the energy and effort into trying to help them with this, you're going to become very unbalanced. This negative attitude can be a really difficult mindset to get out of. There are techniques that you can implement to help them, but at the end of the day, it still has to be them that does the work. Ask your partner how you can help. What can you do to make things better? Because a lot of people forget to do this. They might offer a little bit of advice, but they're not really getting to the bottom of why their partner's feeling this way. Some people don't have patience at all and just shut everything out, and then their partner gets more and more negative about things because they don't feel they have anywhere to turn. So ask them, what can I do to help? What would make your life better? If you could do anything or have anything in your life right now, what would that be? Sometimes it's as simple as just understanding what is missing for them or what is becoming too much for them. Maybe things have changed in your relationship. Maybe they don't feel as connected romantically with you, or maybe they're feeling like you're pulling away, you're doing better in your job than they are. There's all sorts of things that come into play. But if you don't get to the bottom of what the problem is, you're going to stay stuck as a couple. And we all know where that goes, because little things become big things. Another thing to ask them and yourself, is this a new behavior? Or has this always been there? Is this who they are? Or has something changed, maybe in their job, maybe in their family, whatever scenario it is? It's really good to sort of figure that out, because if it's a new behavior, you can nip it really quickly and get to the bottom of how you can implement tools to work with here. If it's been a constant behavior, it's just escalating, there's only so much you can do to diffuse this, because this is who they are. So look into all these things and try and find a way to resolve this conflict they're feeling within themselves. You owe it to your partner, they owe it to you to get to the bottom of what's going on here. Communication is always number one in a relationship. If you can talk to your partner, tell them what's going on, tell them what you're feeling, you'll always have a pretty strong relationship. Don't shut each other out. Be there for one another whenever you can. But also understand, if there's something that just can't be repaired, you have to think about your own health as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dear Sybersue. Please subscribe. Please leave any comments you have and any show topic ideas you would like me to talk about. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.